Nerds, have you ever felt bad for your bully? I never thought I'd feel anything but pure hatred for Tyler. This dude made my life hell all through middle school. He wasn't just mean, he was creative about it. He'd trip me in the cafeteria so my tray would crash everywhere, then laugh while I crawled around picking up chicken nuggets. He'd call me Four Eyes, even though half the class wore glasses. Once he locked me in the janitor's closet during lunch and I missed my math test. By freshman year, I'd mastered the art of being invisible. I sat in the back of every class, ate lunch in the library, and took the long way to avoid Tyler's locker. My mom kept asking why I seemed so quiet, but how do you explain that school feels like a war zone when one person has made you their personal target? Then came that rainy Tuesday in gym class. Coach Williams split us up for dodgeball, and of course Tyler ended up on my team. He was being his usual self, making jokes about how we were gonna crush the other team, flexing like he was some kind of athlete. I just wanted the period to end. The whistle blew and balls started flying everywhere. Tyler was dodging left and right, talking trash to kids on the other team. Then suddenly he just dropped. No yelling, no dramatic fall. He just crumpled to the gym floor like someone unplugged him. At first everyone thought he was messing around. Tyler was always pulling stunts for attention, but then I saw his lips turning this weird blue color and his eyes rolled back. The gym got dead quiet except for the sound of basketballs bouncing in the corner. Coach Williams started yelling for someone to call 911, but everyone just stood there frozen. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. I'd taken a CPR class at the community center last summer because my mom made me, but I never thought I'd actually use it. I looked at Tyler lying there, and for a split second, I hesitated. This was the kid who made me dread coming to school, who spread rumors that I wet myself in 3rd grade, who once threw my backpack in a trash can full of cafeteria slop. But then I heard this voice screaming from the gym entrance. Tyler! Tyler! It was his little sister Emma. She was in 7th grade, wearing this purple backpack I'd seen her carry every morning. Her face was completely red and tears were streaming down her cheeks. Something inside me just snapped. I dropped to my knees next to Tyler and started doing chest compressions like they taught us. His chest felt weird under my hands, like pressing on a mannequin. I kept counting in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, while sweat dripped into my eyes. The paramedics showed up after what felt like forever, but was probably only 5 minutes. They took over with all their equipment and wheeled Tyler out on a stretcher. I just sat there on the gym floor, my shirt soaked with sweat, watching Emma follow the ambulance with her eyes. Tyler came back to school exactly 1 week later. I was grabbing books from my locker when I felt someone tap my shoulder. I turned around expecting to see my friend Jake, but it was Tyler, except he looked completely different. His usual cocky smile was gone and he couldn't even look me in the eye. "Hey," he said quietly, staring at his shoes. "I heard what you did." His voice sounded smaller than I'd ever heard it. "The doctor said if you hadn't started CPR right away, I probably would've." He trailed off. I didn't know what to say. Part of me wanted to tell him he didn't deserve it after everything he'd put me through, but looking at him standing there, he just seemed like a regular scared kid. "I'm sorry," he mumbled, "for all the stuff I did to you. That was messed up." Then he walked away before I could respond. After that, Tyler stopped hanging out with his usual crew of jerks. I'd see him eating lunch alone in the corner of the cafeteria, reading some fantasy book. When we passed in the hallway, he'd give me this weird little nod like he wanted to say something but couldn't figure out how. I started feeling bad for him. Here was this kid who almost died, whose whole personality seemed to disappear overnight. He went from being the guy everyone feared to someone who flinched when doors slammed too loud. His friends moved on to picking on other kids, leaving him completely alone. I never became friends with Tyler. Too much water under the bridge for that, but I stopped hating him.